But you believe J-Mac. I'm gonna give you room to, unwind and just flesh out your statement. You mentioned it to Rick Bucher. You believe the NBA needs Zion Williamson and the Pelicans in the playoffs. Explain.
Yeah, I don't think there's any debate about this. From when Zion blew up at Duke,
Rick Bucher did not doubt it. He
Rick Bucher doubted it.
So at least there's a debate.
Damn do.
There is at least a debate.
The reality is Zion blew up at Duke, and he became must-see TV. The TV ratings for Duke games with Zion were astronomical. The highest-rated NCAA tournament game that year was Duke-Michigan State because of Zion. Okay, so he gets to the NBA, and he's must-see TV. Chris, right now the TV marketplace is crowded. I look in the studio here, and we got guys looking at their phones all the time. We got guys watching Netflix. There's so many options out there, video games. Getting someone's attention in this day and age is extremely difficult, okay? It's hard for TV hosts, radio hosts, you name it. Zion Williamson is that dude. He is magnetic in a way that Ja Morant is not. And it's not a knock on Ja Morant, a great player. But he's not, I got to turn on my TV to see what Ja Morant's doing. There's only a handful of guys like that. Listen, Kawhi Leonard is an outstanding player. He's probably going to be a top 25 player all time. He's not, I got to rearrange my schedule to watch Kawhi Leonard. There are a couple guys like that in sports. Patrick Mahomes is increasingly getting there.
Increasingly?
Yeah. I mean, he is.
He's not there?
Incredible. Well, again, it's more difficult in the NBA, in the NFL.
There. Don't mess up your argument. He's there.
He's up there.
My
Lamar
goodness.
Jackson
He's
hasn't
there.
won a playoff game.
Lamar is there.
Exactly. I got to see Lamar Jackson. In the NBA, listen, it's
Mahomes is
LeBron
there.
James
We haven't
for
seen
sure.
anything like Pat Mahomes. Stop it.
We've never seen a guy with the power and the speed of Zion Williamson, the size, the girth around his waist, and he's still able to get that second jump faster than anybody. I mean, I'm telling you, right now it's tough to get viewers to watch sports. Honestly, ratings for a lot of stuff are down. Before the pandemic, obviously coming out right now, everybody's watching sports. But I think the NBA needs Zion and the Pelicans to get that 8th seed, setting up a matchup. Brandon Ingram wants revenge. Lonzo Ball wants revenge. Josh Hart, to an extent, wants revenge. And then you got Zion, who's going to be a load for Anthony Davis or LeBron, whoever's guarding him. I think that matchup would probably be, Chris, and I'm not going overboard here. You could make an argument it will do among the best ratings ever for a first-round NBA matchup. Ever.
All right. Enough. My goodness. Look, a lot of what you said is true in that Zion is definitely an exciting player to watch. He is one of the most exciting players, exciting draws in the league. Let's put it that way. He's a household name already. People want to see what he can do. He scores in bunches. I'll give you all that. But needs, Rick Bucher was right. If the NBA needs Zion Williamson in the playoffs as a rookie,
that's not.
You had your moment. You had your 5 minutes. All right. If they need Zion Williamson in the playoffs as a rookie, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. All right. LeBron James wasn't in the playoffs as a rookie. LeBron James wasn't in the playoffs his second year.
You know who was in the league when he was a rookie?
You had your time. Zion Williamson, it would be nice if he made the playoffs. It would be great if he made the playoffs. It would be dandy if he made the playoffs. It would be icing on the cake. Yes. It would be better for the NBA if he made it. But needs? They still got LeBron James. They still got James Harden and Russell Wilson or Russell Westbrook. They've still got Ja Morant. Yes, if you watch, and you probably never saw a Ja Morant game. You've seen highlights. You probably never watched the full game. I'm not even going to ask you because I don't want to embarrass you. All right. Ja Morant is not only productive, he is fun to watch. The only thing Zion's got over Ja is the name recognition. That's it. Because Ja went to Murray State and Zion went to Duke. I think Ja could beat Zion in the dunk contest. I think the crowd maybe would be so hyped that they would give it to Zion just because of his name. But Ja's got a package of dunks. He's a tremendous passer. He can score. He defends. And he has led a group of no names who were garbage last year, to the 8th seed right now. So they got Ben and Joel Embiid. They got Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo in Miami. They got Jason Tatum and a host of nice players in Boston. They got, are you serious? They need Zion in the playoffs?
Yes.
This is where you hurt yourself, J-Mac.
I hurt myself. Hurt myself?
This is why you are known from sea to shining sea as Chris Broussard's punching bag. My goodness. I mean, and here's the
go ahead,
here's what you don't get.
Here's what you don't get. As a guy who's covered the NBA, you're maybe too close to the league.
For 3 decades.
Yeah, that's a problem. You're too in bed with the league. You don't have an impartial step away.
I have the problem of knowing stuff.
Yeah, I have problems.
You can just go ahead and say whatever the heck you want to.
You know who I just went to lunch with when I was hanging out here? A guy who's like best buddies with one of the top players on the Grizzlies. He's been texting to him throughout the...
What does he say about Ja Morant?
I'm not going to reveal any of that stuff. I'll save that for my Saturday show.
Give me a name. What's he say?
Ja Morant is the man. He is a galvanizing force on that team. He's the leader of the team as a rookie. You don't see that a lot. He's got the guys playing together. There's really good things going on in Memphis.
Thank you.
And I'm not disputing any of that. I'm saying for the league and eyeballs,
you said
undeniable.
If you change one word,
Chris,
if you want to say it'd be better for the league if Zion, it'd be great for the league.
Needed for the league.
Really? So they're going to collapse if Zion Williamson isn't in the playoffs.
Did you see where they put Memphis' first game? Friday afternoon,
it might not
4
be
p.m. Eastern.
It might be Portland.
That's the Memphis first game. They're playing on a Friday at 4 p.m. Nobody's watching. The reality is the NBA understands its audience. And guess who saw more jerseys this year, Zion or Ja Morant? Oh, right. Who was the number one draw the last few years in the league?
You're the typical
hitting you with facts? Yeah, facts.
You don't care about basketball. You care about all the ancillary
I'm caring about
stuff.
facts.
You care about gambling. You care about jersey sales. You care about storylines and drama and social media followers and all that. I'm about hoop. All right? I'm about hooping. That's what I want to see. I'm a real fan.
Says a guy who's
I know you didn't start watching basketball until 2009.
2009.
Okay? But still, come on. But here's the thing, J-Mac. I like Zion. I like Zion a lot. Like I said, he scores in bunches. Here's the thing about Zion. And I told you this. Now, he's clearly their most popular player. But he is not leading them to the playoffs. If they get there, he's not going to be the driving force. I told you
Who is?
Let me finish. I told you they're 10-9 with Zion. They were 11-5.
That doesn't mean anything.
Let me finish. They started terribly, 6-22. Then went 11-5. And then Zion comes back and they go 10-9. Can a brother finish?
Numbers, yeah.
Can a brother finish?
Sorry, go ahead.
You talked about facts. These are facts. FACTS, facts. Brandon Ingram was the all-star who led them in scoring and leads them in scoring. Lonzo Ball is the playmaker. He sets everybody up. Drew Holiday is the wily veteran who's still youthful enough to ball. They got a nice squad. Now, don't get me wrong. Zion is important. Zion is a great interior scorer, and he helps them a lot. Don't get me wrong. But Zion may not be a number one. He's going to always get you 25-ish points a game, but he might actually be the second or third most important player on your team. So can we chill a little bit?
Is Brandon Ingram a number one?
Nice pass by Zion.
Yeah, that was amazing. By the way, is Brandon Ingram a number one in your mind?
I think it remains to be seen.
So you're telling me it remains to be seen on Ingram 3 or 4 years into his career?
If he can be a number one on like a great team, like a good,
can Zion be a number one?
He's their number one right now, but let's see if he can remain the number one. I think can you be a number one on a contender is the question.
Right.
And I would say probably, but I'm not fully certain on Ingram yet.
So do you think they will try to build around Ingram or Zion? I mean, ideally you'd have both, but that
I don't
may
think
not.
you build around. I think they feel like their core is Lonzo, Zion, and Ingram. And then they'll build around those guys.
Interesting. 8 games under 500.
What fits those guys?
Yeah.
Well, they're young. I mean, really.
So, Chris, again,
take that back. They're young. They're not supposed to be winning.
I'm a big fan of this
and
team.
after the 6-22 start, they've actually played good basketball.
Okay, let me ask you
this.
this.
Give them a little time.
I'll ask you
My
a layup.
goodness.
And again, I'm not bashing Memphis by pumping up the Pelicans. I'm just stating facts. Why do you think the NBA picked Zion Williamson and the Pelicans to debut on TV for the NBA restart?
Look, nobody has once, not Rick Bucher, not myself, denied that Zion is a draw. We had an issue with one word.
Need.
The league's not going to fall apart, trust me.
Nobody said that. Nobody said they're going to fall apart. That's not what need means.
What does need mean?
They need them. Chris, I need a Ferrari. Am I getting it?
No, you don't need a Ferrari.
I need a Porsche. I drive a
Ferrari.
16. No, I'm sorry. I drive a 12-year-old car. I drive a 12.
You want a Ferrari?
No, I need a fast car. Come on, man. I have 4 jobs. I work my butt off. Okay, I want to drive a Ferrari. I need one.
Need means if you don't get it, there's going to be problems.
Talk to my wife about that.
If you don't get your Ferrari, which you're
talk
not
to my
getting,
wife about that.
Your wife, trust me, you ain't getting a Ferrari.
Yes, I know.
All right.
I tried a Porsche and she would not. She put the
You'll
kibosh
be
on
fine.
me.
You want a Ferrari. You need a car. And you got a car. That's what you need. You need a car.
All right, bad example.
There's a difference between need and want.
The NBA, okay, listen, the NBA is going to survive either way, but getting Zion.
It's going to thrive either way.
I don't know. Ratings all year were down, Chris. This was a bad year for NBA. You know that.
The pandemic is going to have
I'm talking pre-pandemic.
The pandemic is going to work wonders for ratings. Trust. People are going to be watching now.
Heck yeah, I agree.
All right, so that's
I'm going to be watching all weekend.
All right, let's see what the listeners think.
Oh,
My
boy,
goodness.
this is going to get ugly for you.
And don't give us the answer before they go on.
Why?
Just let them say what they want to say.
Fine.
All right, Rob G, don't even put it in there for him. All right, your turn away at 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Does the NBA need Zion Williamson and the Pelicans to make the playoffs? We'll continue the conversation with you next.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, man?
Omar, where you at?
Hey, I'm in PA on Charlottesburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
Right on the border of New Jersey, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, just to echo your sentiment, the NBA did a great job with this whole bubble situation. You see how every other sport is with all the question marks and whatnot. NBA did a great job. They were way ahead of the curve. But 2 things. I think that NBA definitely needs Zion in the playoffs. Come on, it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
It's all based off money. Zion brings in money. That's why they wanted him to debut in the NBA season on the first game of the season versus Toronto. You know what I mean? They were doing it for ratings. And also, second point too. I just want to say how underrated I think Brandon Ingram is. I'm a longtime Laker fan, and when we gave him up, I was crushed because I'd rather give him Kyle Kuzma because you could see the potential that Brandon Ingram had. And also, I just wanted to know why do you think he's not really mentioned in that young star category? With the Tatums and the Adebayos and all those guys.
Yeah, good call. I think it's because this is really the first year he's gotten the opportunity to shine. I mean, he had an opportunity before LeBron got there, but he was young. And then last year playing with LeBron. Look, when you're a guy that likes the ball in your hands, you have to make an adjustment when you play with LeBron, especially when you're not the second guy. Okay, and I guess you can say he was the second guy last year, but he's so young that LeBron handled it a lot, and that took a little bit away from him. But yeah, I mean, Ingram, look, some guys develop a little later. Gary Payton, who's a Hall of Famer, one of the best point guards ever, wasn't that good his first few years. John Stockton, Steve Nash, we could go on and on. So Brandon Ingram, I agree, is really balling. And, he's on his way.
All right, next up, Eric, Jason, 1-0. Eric from Kalamazoo, where you at on Zion?
What's up, fellas? Hey, Chris, you got to beat that guy up, first of all. Greg Jennings, he's from the part where I'm at. I'm in Kalamazoo. Ingram is the man. He was the killer before the king got there. He's that guy. When they had that fight, they never saw nothing like that out of Duke. He battered in all them cats out of Duke. We gonna go right away and say LeBron James is the man. I got a Cleveland basketball thing right here to say, hey, before the decision and after the decision for Fox Sports. Tell my man J-Mac he needs to get a jumper. And tell Dan Patrick I'll shoot him on his him because you got to have a jumper to talk that stuff on the air, man, and learn this game. Don't be talking those stats and all that. You got to have game to talk basketball.
Thank you for the call, Eric. My jumper is so wet. I'm the third splash brother.
To let you know, beat this guy up.
He needs more than a jumper. He needs a handle. He needs some defense. Needs to learn.
But by the way, Broussard's been ducking me for 2+ years.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Broussard,
I was ready.
We'll get back to the callers. Quick note: I have played pickup basketball twice in recent weeks during the quarantine. We'll get to that later.
I gotta be honest. I was in my car today, and I drove by a bunch of kids playing basketball, and I'm like, what is going on? Are we? And I'm not even passing judgment on the kids. I'm just saying, I know kids who are playing Little League Baseball every day.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is going on?
Let's talk about that next segment. A couple more callers because you need some. You're getting beat up badly on your show. Let's go to D in Jacksonville.
I love my callers to have their own opinion.
Yes.
They don't determine who's right or wrong. They just got their own opinion.
D,
but go ahead.
Fire away, big guy.
Man, J-Mac, you are out of your mind. Stop it. So, J-Mac, Zion cannot be Rookie of the Year. Ja Morant is better than him, passing, assisting, scoring, anything. Ja Morant is way better than Zion. Stop it, J-Mac.
Thank you for the call, D.
Here, the guy that they need, J-Mac, has played 10 minutes.
We got two more dudes.
Really?
Okay, let's go.
But they need him.
Hold on.
He's played 10 minutes.
Gotcha. Let's go to
10 minutes,
Ham.
but they need him.
Ham in New Jersey.
Gosh.
Where you at? Zion Williamson.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
J-Mac, I think you're wrong, man. He hasn't played enough games for anybody to care. What the NBA needs is for LeBron James to make it to the finals and win the finals.
They do need that. That's faux show. All right, thanks for the call, Ham. Let's go to Pat in dirty St. Louis. St. Louis is actually nice. Pat, what's up?
Okay. Yeah, Chris, you're right, man. Zion is box office. Don't get me wrong. I love the comments you made about him maybe not even being a number one. There's a difference. Is Zion going to be an all-star? Yes, he is. Is he going to be a superstar? There ain't many of those out there. So I think just because he dunks and he's got that build to him, we're putting him with that status yet. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take Brandon Ingram right now, overall game over Zion. But number two, the question was, all this put aside, there's one thing everybody in the world wants to see in this NBA. If you love him or you hate him, and I'm on the side of love him, you want to see LeBron and the Lakers so you can say he's losing again or winning again versus the Clippers. Everything else is secondary, guys. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. We got some good callers on this, J-Mac.
They've stepped up their game, especially when I'm around. They know too. Hey, did you just see J.J. Redick break out the flamethrower? My goodness. Back-to-back bombs from Redick. This game's good. Listen, the Jazz won't go away. I know it's an exhibition game, but I have money right.
Jazz won't go away. The Jazz are the 4th or 5th seed.
They're missing their number 2 scorer, Bogdanovich.
Let's bring in our man, Martin Weiss, for trolling or rolling.
They see me trolling.
Tom Brady, he's done.
They hating.
Aaron Rodgers did not have a Pro Bowl season.
Trying to catch me riding dirty.
It's trolling or rolling.
That's right. And before we get to it, I know that we are all rolling with the fact that the NBA is back.
They see
It
me
feels
rolling.
so good. Now, if J-Mac and Chris here don't like the story, you hear the troll sound. There you go. Hey. My bad. I got so excited I got mixed up, but let's get right into it.
I wish you'd come out of your bathroom. My goodness.
Man, what do you want me to do? I'm sheltering in place for the last 6 months, Chris. I can't help it. It's the same bathroom. But the Memphis Grizzlies were on a hot streak before the coronavirus break, holding a 3.5-game lead over 3 teams in the West for the 8th and final playoff spot. However, in the NBA's current bubble format, Memphis now would have to be 4.5 games ahead when the 8 seeding games are complete to avoid a play-in game or games to determine who would be the last playoff team out West. Rookie of the Year favorite Ja Morant said that's just not fair, even though he's using it for motivation. J-Mac, are you trolling or rolling this setup as unfair for the Grizzlies?
J-Mac.
See, I'm totally trolling this. I'm sorry.
Man. Hey,
I'm trolling this. Come on. Listen, first of all, their schedule was a lot tougher. If there was no quarantine and the league has not stopped. I don't know if they would have made that. Right now, the setup is great for them. I mean, they basically have to go 1-7 or 2-6, and then the Pelicans have to go like 6-2. And that's just not realistic. The Blazers have to go like 7-1. So I'm trolling. Sorry, Ja.
I'm trolling it.
Oh, man. Hey.
Look, I get where Ja's coming from because, look, if you got the best record, you're the 8th seed, you should get in. What I'm saying, the reason I'm trolling it, though, is because I don't think it would have been right to bring these teams back and just throw them right into the playoffs. Because that's when you get guys injured. They're the most important games. The intensity is high. You can't afford to work guys back in. So the only way to play any regular season games was to bring other teams back along with the 16 teams that are currently in the playoffs. And the only way to do that was to give some of those teams or all of those teams a shot at getting in the playoffs. You couldn't bring 8 teams or 6 teams there that had absolutely no chance or a very little chance of making the playoffs and bring them there to play 8 games and think it was going to go well. So under these strange circumstances, I do think it was the right decision by the league, so I'm trolling Ja.
Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio, trolling or rolling. Now, it's been a tale of two bubbles for the Los Angeles basketball team. While the Lakers camp has been relatively quiet, the Clippers are the talk of Orlando. Montrezl Harrell and Patrick Beverley are going to miss the opener due to personal reasons, and Lou Will due to chicken wing issues. Now, Chris, are you trolling or rolling that the Clippers are not focused on winning a championship?
I'm trolling it.
Oh, man. Hey.
Well, look, first of all, Pat Beverly will play tonight. They announced that earlier, so that's good news for the Clippers. But look, I got to admit, it gives me a little pause because I really don't like the way they've handled this. But I still do. I believe their problem is that they think they can turn it on and off. And maybe they can, but that's never a good attitude to have. So I think they're all in on winning the title, but I don't like the way they've handled this so far. J-Mac.
Yeah, I think I pretty much have to side with Broussard a little bit here. A little bit. In that, okay, sorry, I forgot. Okay, I'm going to go with trolling here.
Oh, man. Hey.
See, here's my thing is like, Lou Williams knew he was being photographed at the strip club. I don't care if it was for wings. Dude, you're a multimillionaire. You can't have somebody go in to pick it up. Like, if you're serious about this, you're not going indoors anywhere. Chris, do you know how many indoor establishments I've been to in the last 4.5 months? One, a grocery store. That's it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, like, Lou Williams, you have to go in and pick up your own chicken wings? I just don't. We're going to find out, Chris, during this bubble quarantine, who loves basketball and who likes basketball but loves being a basketball star. Because I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of guys right now who really want this chip. I think Giannis is taking this seriously. I'm pretty sure LeBron is. And some of these other dudes, I don't know, man. I think they're out there. They love being a celebrity, hitting on the Instagram models and living the good life. Damn, I just...
All right.
So, I know, right? What's wrong with the good life? All right. Trolling and rolling Fox Sports Radio now. The New York Knicks didn't qualify for the bubble, but they do always qualify for the headlines. New coach Tom Thibodeau had high praise for his young players, saying, quote, RJ has a bright future, so does Mitchell Robinson, going on this ad saying, quote, the Knicks have a lot of young talent. J-Mac, are you trolling or rolling that the future is bright for the Knicks?
As a Knicks fan for 30 years, I'm trolling. I'm sorry,
man.
Thibodeau. I mean, Chris, you hired Tom Thibodeau if it's 1997 or 2005. Okay, it's an offensive league now. I mean, first of all, the Knicks drafted R.J. Barrett, a guy who could get buckets. You know what he doesn't really do? Play a lot of defense. Thibodeau likes Jimmy Butler dogs. I mean, I like R.J. Barrett a lot. I'm really concerned about their relationship. I don't know if it's going to go well. Thibodeau's going to have to change his ways. You know what they say about old dogs and new tricks. Sorry, I got to troll that.
Yeah, I'm trolling it as well.
Oh, man. Hey.
Look, Thibodeau was a great coach in Chicago. and he struggled in Minnesota. Now, was it because he was wearing two hats as president and coach? Maybe. The thing that bothered me the most, though, was his defense. Like, he was known as a great defensive coach in Chicago. That was his calling card. His teams in Minnesota were horrible defensively.
Yeah, Wiggins.
And so it makes you wonder, did the shift in the style of play to three-point heavy game, did that bother Thibodeau? Has he not adjusted? Did the game pass him by? I'm not saying it was necessarily a bad hire, but I'm just saying I don't think the Knicks' future is that bright, so I had to troll it.
I had to get that one in there for J-Mac. I had to know what his opinion was. I knew he was going to go with the 30 years of being a Knicks fan. I'm rolling with that.
Yeah, the Knicks, man. It's hard to roll with the Knicks in any way, shape, or form, but it's not hard to roll with my man Martin Weiss, even if he's in the bathroom. I don't know if that came out right, but good job on trolling and rolling, my man.